Hi Pisces, it's Karen and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So this is a reading for any sun, moon, or rising Pisces. We're going to take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the big ideas or awareness for the week, guidance and possible outcomes. I will also choose a few oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, for the awareness of the week, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And so the Seven of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But really, Pentacles often focuses on our career, on our money, on our resources. And so with this Seven of Pentacles, you get a sense here of the woman is taking a break from perhaps displaying her pentacles or her coins. This is a card where you have been working hard. You've been nurturing this pentacle tree. You have been putting in your own time, your own energy, hoping for, the fruit of these pentacles to be harvested. And sometimes we lose a little patience because we're like, gosh, are we ever going to get there? And so, you're close. And when you look at this and you think about it, sometimes we need to take a break from our hard work. We need to consider how we're doing. We need to look at our process. Is there anything that we can change to make ourselves more efficient? Or are we thinking, I really can't stand what I'm doing and I'm going to have to think about an alternate path for myself? But this represents taking a moment away from tending and from minding your pentacle tree in order to think about things. And again, it may be thinking of the timing. This card is telling you to have patience and to keep at it and to keep going, and you will be able to enjoy the reward of that pentacle tree. So your other idea for awareness for the week is the Ace of Swords. A gift or blessing from the universe, as if the universe has come down to give you a direct message, which is take this sharp sword and use it to use your head, to use your smarts, to use your ability to reason, to critically think, to analyze. Look for what is known. Focus on the facts, focus on the details, focus on what's on paper, instead of focusing on what people may be telling you or coming from an emotional place. This is objective thinking. This blade is very blunt, and blunt meaning that it can, it would be good to pay attention to how you say things. Sometimes we say things like in an email, it doesn't quite come out right. We didn't mean to be that little harsh, but sometimes it comes off that way, so I would say pay attention to that. This is also a sense, again, to focus on clarity, on how you communicate, how you express yourself. So being clear and thinking about new approaches, new ideas, new ways of problem solving, or using analysis to make your decisions. Okay, so now let's look at the guidance for the week. Okay, so we have the King of Wands and this fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and with the King of Wands. Interesting that he's sitting here with the lion. The lion looks like he's smiling, but this is very much taking charge of being charismatic, letting your light shine through. Let people see how vibrant and how high energy you are. I always get a sense of strong will and strong ambition with the King of Wands, someone who knows what they want and is going to go out there and get it, and is not going to let life pass them by. So for you, take your personal power, access your personal power, whether it's for personal growth, or whether it's to create new enterprises, to work on a relationship of bringing back the energy and the passion and the excitement to a relationship. King of Wands operates on this passion for all things, love, job, family, you name it. And so take this energy and run with it. And, if it means networking or creating some dinner parties for people, it's using this to satisfy, I think, a social need as well as a need to be stimulated, and to be stimulated intellectually or socially. So it's a sense here of really making the most of what you love about life. So with the guidance here is we have the moon. And the moon is a very psychic card. It is a major arcana card. So it's this idea of when we sometimes think about the moon or being guided by the moon, we may get lost. We may feel uncertain. We may not be so sure because sometimes we go the wrong way, or we don't know where to go. So I always feel there could be a little bit of anxiety, uncertainty and something that you have to deal with. There also could be a sense of maybe you're seeing something, or you're hoping to see something, meaning that you're creating some type of illusion or fantasy that you're maybe attributing more to a scenario. And so just generally speaking, it would be something like you've met somebody, and in your mind you're like creating this whole backstory that, yeah, they're really into me, da 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 da, and you may be reading more, you may be getting ahead of yourself, and it's a part of this maybe having an unrealistic idea. So the moon often is about our secrets. It's about what is below the surface. It's our unconsciousness. So if you are feeling bewildered, if you are feeling distracted, if you feel that you're not moving down the pathway you hope to do, then rely on the strength of the Ace of Swords to sort things out and to bring clarity to any situation, is to go back and to look at what's really there, the facts. And then I would just also say, in terms of guidance, the moon is another card for you to pay attention to your dreams, your intuition, the little messages that you get. So possible outcomes, lovely, lovely cards. The Empress, major arcana. Here she is with child, and it goes to, for some of you, it may be very meaningful that you're trying to have children, or you're ready to have a kid, or whatever it may be, but the thought could be there. You could be thinking in terms of this is a new family, of having children. The Empress brings love, mothering, compassionate, sensuality, femininity, all these beautiful things, because she's a beautiful spirit, someone who cares about others, someone who is nurturing and kind and compassionate, and somebody who enjoys the comforts of life. The Venus influence for the Empress, comfort and abundance. So some of you, the literal idea of fertility means something. For others, the idea of fertility is giving birth to your ideas and nurturing and taking care of that creative aspect of your life. If you are an artist, if you're hoping to become an artist, if you're a musician, it's really developing that and taking care of that need to create. So when I see the Empress, it's peacefulness, and I feel serene. We should feel serene because she comes from a place of love and of kindness and of goodness, but also with the idea for you to listen to what your passions tell you and go out there and create and be inspired by life. And a lovely card with the Ace of Swords is also to have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, we see this little portal here, and we see the pentacle on top. And the universe is trying to say to you, you have the opportunity for prosperity, for abundance, for happiness, joy, delight, good health, everything. This is one of the most fortunate cards you could have in tarot. So how do you get through that portal? Well, you have to work hard, and you have to think like a pentacle type of person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which is really grounded and pragmatic. May not be the most exciting energy, but it's someone who is going to plan, study, research, and do what's necessary in order to develop and maintain comfort and abundance and prosperity. So it's a matter of you. Nothing is given to us. You have to put in the work. You have to have the mindset that I'm going to build a foundation here of comfort and abundance within my life. And sometimes with this, it's pay attention to unexpected windfalls. You never know. Something turns up. But for the most part, this is about the future is bright for you in terms of finances. They're looking up, provided that you are using your common sense and that you're, generally speaking, putting in the work and grounded. I think that this is a nice spread for you in terms of getting a lot of direct energy and inspiration from the Aces and the Empress. And again, we see some work here as well. So now let's choose an oracle card for meditation point or focus area for the week. The Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. So the Shadow Queen, bringing out maybe not our finer side. I like the acquiring knowledge piece because that's very much of doing the research, understanding the facts, assessing the facts. But if you're using that to take advantage of someone's insecurity, if it's taking advantage or manipulating someone else, then that's not a positive attribute at all. So think about your week and the acquiring of knowledge, and think about how it can be used to help, and how it can also be used as you learn more, study more, develop more. You tend to feel less insecure. When they say knowledge is power, it really is true. So now I'm going to choose a card for spirit or emotional self. Shower of abundance. Right on. To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. I think that sometimes people are afraid of getting that abundance because maybe they don't know what they'll do with it. But you have to believe that the universe is going to put you in the right spot, provided that you do your part in order to get there. And so this shower of abundance is a beautiful complement to the Ace of Pentacles. So it's really something to think about, the abundance and the possibilities this week with respect to your comforts, your money, your resources. And finally, let's see what we have for love. Expression. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. So manifesting, taking charge, letting your ideas flow freely. And, listen, when you express how you feel, when you express and set your intention to the world, then great things can happen. Love can be born from that, and loving friendships and all of those. Just so many opportunities to love within our life. So I think you have a really nice week. And I hope that you do have an awesome week. If you found something helpful here today, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, or comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.